today's video we give you the step-by-step process on how to build a QuizTime app like what I'm showing to you on the screen. So I'll take you through the procedure for creating such kind of online app on your phone. So to create an app like this, you will need HTML, CSS and JavaScript. So we'll create our folder for the HTML, JavaScript and CSS. To do that, you click on menu, then you go to text editor. When you click on text editor, you click on this sign over here, the three dot sign over there, then you click on new file. When you click on new file, you click on save to space, you choose the location. So I'll create a folder for that. I'll click on device picker, then create a folder. The folder name will be quiz, then click on OK, access to stop. So I'll click on new file to save it. So the file name is quiz.html, and I've already told you that the HTML, the .html will indicate that you are working on the HTML document. You will see HTML snippet here. Just click on the snippet. You see HTML snippet here. If you are not seeing it over here, when you come to this part, you will see it over there. So just click on the HTML snippet. Either you click on this or this one, whichever one that you like. You just click on it and you are good to go. So right now I'm going to create a file for CSS and JavaScript too as well. That one to be quiz.css. Click on plus. Then for the JavaScript too, new file quiz.js. That's for the JavaScript. Then move on to the for the HTML. I'll create a new file. The one that I create was wrong, so quiz.html, and you are good to go. Then you come to the HTML snippet here. Just click on it and it will give you the format. Right now what I'm going to do here is to link the JavaScript and the CSS to the HTML. To link the CSS, you will come below the title, the page title, then you click on link. You type link rel equal star sheet. Then you give a space, href equal the name of the CSS, which is QUI.css. Let's check if we can modify our HTML document with the CSS. So there's how the HTML document display when we preview it. So I'm going to use the CSS to modify it and see if it has been linked to the HTML document. I'll click on body, then color, background dash color. Dash color red. I'll preview it for you to see. So here you could see the CSS file has been linked with the HTML. So always before you proceed, you have to first of all check whether your HTML or your JavaScript or the CSS has been linked to the HTML, because there are sometimes that you might think the CSS and the JavaScript have been linked, and you finish everything and you try to use it to modify your HTML document, and it will not work, and might look as if the whole of your work is wrong or you missed something. So always before you proceed, make sure you check if indeed your JavaScript or the CSS has been linked to the HTML before you proceed. So right now we can continue by building our project. I'll go back to the JavaScript, HTML rather, then link the JavaScript to the HTML. To link the JavaScript to the HTML, you type script src equal the name of the JavaScript .js. Come to the site, then you are good to go. So we are done linking the JavaScript to the HTML. Right now what I'm going to do is to start with the HTML format. I'll first of all type div class which is the ID for the quiz app, and make sure this div come on the top of the script. And the reason why I'm telling you to bring the div on the top of the script is because there is the container, and it's a container that will contain all the questions, the quiz area, the choices, the results, and the timer. So they all fall in this container, and this is the closing tag for the container. So if you let your your options and the thing comes before the closing tag, come after the closing tag, it will not function. That's why I'm bringing it below, below, so that the options and the results and the timer and the other stuff will fall in between the open and the closing tag for the container. That's why I'm doing that. So right now I'm moving on to the title of the quiz app. So to entitle it, the heading rather, you can change the title over here. So here is where you have to type the title or name your app. I'll name it as online quiz app. That's the title for the app. Then I move on to heading 1. Timed quiz app. div id quiz area quiz dash area right now. What I will do is to copy the whole of this. Okay, let me move on. I'll copy the whole of this, then paste it over here. Then change the quiz area to questions. I'll preview my work for you to see. So this how the HTML work that we have done so far be like. So this is what we have done so far. So up to this point, if you are not getting something like this, please go back and check if what I have done over here yours to follow the same pattern as this. If you miss any symbol or any letter, or if you misspell any of the key terms over here, your work will not function the way you want it to function. So imagine I delete the V for the closing tag for the div and I preview it. This is how the outcome will be like. You won't get the distance the way you want it to be. It won't work that way. Are we good to go? So right now what I'm going to do is to move on to the JavaScript format. But for the JavaScript format, they are plenty. They are very plenty, and I can't type everything over here. So what I will do is I'll go to the Word document, then copy all the JavaScript format, then paste them over here. After that, I will explain certain key terms to you. So this is the Word document. I will provide them to you on the platform. So when you get the Word document, just go there. We have categorized them into HTML, JavaScript and CSS. But here I'm going to copy the JavaScript format, then paste it over there. It's very plenty. So there's the HTML format. You could see the HTML format is very small. It's not all that plenty, but for the CSS and the JavaScript, they are plenty. And if I'm to type all these, this video will take more than 5 hours, and I don't want the video to be too long, so I'll just come to the Word document. And this for the JavaScript alone, only JavaScript, it has covered more than 3 pages, so I can't type all this. So I'll just copy everything under JavaScript, then paste it over there. One most annoying part of JavaScript is if you miss any symbol or any letter, or if you misspell any key term, the app that you are trying to build will not operate. That makes it too complicated. So what makes JavaScript too complex is those key terms and the symbols. They are the one that make JavaScript very complicated. So here you could see the time is now running, and the question is what is the capital of France? London. These are the options: London, Berlin, Paris and Rome. We'll use the HTML to modify it, and the CSS rather to modify it, and you see how the arrangement be like. We'll use it to modify this work for it to be so nice. So this for the JavaScript, and right now I'm going to explain certain key terms to you over here. So I will start with the double slash over here. So this double slash, what it indicates is the multi-line comment. So the name of this is multi-line comment, and what it does is to comment help document you what you code. What it does is to help you comment what you are trying to code, making it easier for others to understand the purpose and logic behind specific sections of code. So that's what this double slash does. And for the const over here stand for constants, and they are often used for values that should remain constant throughout the program, such as configuration settings, fixed values like mathematical constant like pi, or any other value that should not change after being set. So this const over here, we use it for configurations which should remain constant throughout our programs. So we use it for values that should remain constant throughout the program. So here in this context, our constants are the choices, questions, results, and time remaining. Those ones are constant, and there is no way those constants will be updated or changed. So move on to the document get element by ID. So in the contents of document.get element by ID, the term document refers to the document object model representation of web page currently being displayed in the browser. So it is a global object that provides access to the content and structure of the HTML. So let's break the document get element by ID down. Documents. So document is an object that represents the entire document loaded in the browser. So it allows you to interact with and manipulate the content and the structure of the web page. And the get element by ID, this is what it does. It is a method of document object, and it is used to retrieve an element from the document object's model by its unique attribute. The ID must be unique within the HTML document. So the usage of the get element by ID, it takes a single argument, which is a string representing the ID of the element you want to select. So if an element with that ID exists, it returns as a reference to that element. If not, it returns null. So in this context, the element that it is referencing is the result. So when you go to the HTML, you could see the ID over here, the div ID. That's the ID attribute, and the ID attribute is the quiz, questions, choices, results, and you use the document get by element to retrieve those elements from the document object model by its unique attribute. So we are using it to retrieve those elements from the HTML. So that's the work of the document.get element by ID. Then we move on to the constant. So as I said earlier, they are the one that we use for value that should remain constant. So the constant quiz data is a value that you should be remain constant, and if you want to do any editing or if you want to make some changes within your HTML within the app that you are building, or if you want to set your own question, this is the part that you have to come to the quiz data section. So under that section, you could see the questions, choices, and correct answer. So that's how it be like. So here you can copy your own question, then paste it over here. After that, you provide your own choices, then you choose your own answer over there. So that's what it does, and you can copy many questions that you want to use for your your work. You can set plenty questions, as many as you can. You can set up to 1,000 questions. You can set up to 20. You can set up to 100. It all depends on you. But here, I don't want it to be plenty, so I have set only 5 questions, and I have provided my choices and also the correct answer. So the moment I hit on the wrong answer, it will just give me a notification that the answer that I chose was wrong. and it will be highlighted red, and the correct answer will be highlighted green. So that's what the constant quiz data does. So we are moving on to the let. So the let, this is what it does. So variables declared with a let are block scope, meaning they are only accessible within the block enclosed by this tag. So this is the tag. They are enclosed by the bracket open and the bracket close. So that's what the let does, and they are defined, and this is a different from the var, which is variable. And what makes it different from the var is, for the var you can redeclare the statement by here, the value, and you can redeclare the statement and also update it. But for the let, you can't redeclare the statement, you can only update it. So imagine I want to change the time left or the time interval, you can change the let answer to false or true instead of false. So that's the updating that you are doing. Then you move on to the function. So it's a function that will load the questions, and mind you, this bracket open and a bracket close over here indicates the function key. If you delete it, your calculator won't your quiz app won't function. So I have deleted one. Let me go and preview my work for you to see. So you could see everything has disappeared over here. Just small bracket close that I deleted over here. Only that bracket close that I deleted over here. You could see everything has disappeared over here. That makes JavaScript so complicated. You might get the concept right, but because of these petty mistakes, your destined, the whole of your work will not function. So all these symbols that you are seeing over here, they are very, very important. So you should pay attention to them. And this one too, you could see the bracket open over here. That one too, if I delete it and I preview my work, the same way everything will disappear. That's how it works. So you should pay attention to all these things. If you take them for granted, like they will punish you, and you will be scrolling your work, you will be going through it over and over just to find what is actually wrong with your work. Your focus might not even go to that thing, that there's what is actually causing the error. But these ones, they are very, very important. If you don't pay attention to them, they will punish you. So make sure you pay attention to these symbols over here. So right now I'll preview the way for you to see. So we are almost done with the JavaScript format. I'm going to use the CSS to modify the app that I'm building. So this is the CSS format, and mind you, for the JavaScript aspect too, if you want to change the time here, the timer is 10 seconds for each question. You have a maximum number of 15 seconds for each question. So if the 15 seconds is not enough for you, you can change it to maybe 60 seconds or 20 seconds. The 16 seconds over here is the time allocated for each question, the maximum number of time that you have to answer each question. If that time reach, the answer will automatically be selected for you, and you will be awarded with 0 mark for that. You'll be awarded with 0 mark because the moment the time reach, your work will be submitted for the right answer to be selected, and no mark will be awarded for that. You will be awarded with 0 mark. So if it's the time is not enough for you to think about a question, you can set it to maybe 20 seconds or 60 seconds. So if you want to change the timer, just come to this section, come to here. So here we have the timer. So there is the timer, 15 seconds timer left. So let me change it to maybe 45 seconds. So I'll go there and preview my work for you to see. So now you will see that the timer is reading from 45 seconds downwards. So that's how it works. So if you want to change the time, you can go there and change it. Gradually we are done with the JavaScript aspect. We are moving on to the CSS format, and as I was saying, the CSS too is also plenty, so I can't type everything over here. You could see the CSS has also covered more than 3 pages. So there's the CSS. It has covered 2 pages, and I can't type everything over here. So what I will do over here is this one. I won't copy everything at once because I will explain certain things to you. So I'll just copy them. I will copy the body, the distance. I will copy them based on how the distance, based on their ID attributes, so that you know how each of the editing will modify the HTML document. So here I'll copy only I'll copy up to the closing tag for the body. I'll copy, then paste it over here. After that, I'll preview my work for you to see how the outcome be like. What I copied didn't the one that I was trying to copy didn't copy. I will highlight to the closing tag of the body, then click on the copy, paste them over here, go to the HTML preview. So here you will see that my work has been moved to the center. So I'm going to explain it to you. So under the body we have the font family. That one you know it already. That's where you change your font style. Then we have the background color, and this one, the ash and the thing that you are seeing over there, they are complementary colors. So if you want primary color, just type maybe red. If you want blue color, in this one I want blue color, so I'll just type blue over there. Let me preview my work for you to see how it will be like. You could see a blue background has been set for it. So don't let the numbers or the figures that they are giving to you over there confuse you. The moment you select a complementary color, it will just give you a code. So that's how it be like. The blue color is too much, so let me turn it to white. Then we move on to the margin, the padding, they are all 0. Then the display to is flex. Then the justify content, we move it to the center. Align items, the items too will also be aligned to the center. Then the minimum height is also 100 VH. So I'm moving on to the container, and I told you earlier that it's the container that will contain all the questions and the options plus the timer and also the results. That one too, I'll copy up to the closing tag for the container, then paste it over there. After that, I will explain it to you. I'm going to preview my work for you to see how it will be like. So yeah, this is how it be like. Maybe you are not seeing the container, it's white background, but I'll change the color to red for you to, okay, let me change it to orange so that you see it well. I'll change the color for the container to orange. So this is it, background color orange. I'm going to preview my way for you to see. We didn't bring the dot over here, that's why it wasn't functioning. So yeah, you could see the orange color has been set for the container. So this rectangular shape that you are seeing over here is the container, and you see the CSS too. Because I didn't bring the dots at first, the results wasn't showing over there. So all these things, they are very important. The dot, the sign, any sign over here is important, so you should pay attention to all these things. So you could see, because of this small dot, it was just punishing me, and this one, if you have no idea about it, like, you might think that you have copied everything over here and the results that you want is not showing over there, or the outcome that you are expecting is not the one given to you. So that's how the thing be like. I'll go to the margin, heading, and the top. I'll copy up to the questions, then explain them to you. So this is the arrangement. So I'm going to explain it to you. So here we have the heading, and the margin bottom was 20 pixels, and we have the quiz, and for the quiz too, the margin is for 20 pixels. You can see there's a hash here. Don't forget to bring the hash. That's the ID attribute. Then the question too is the hash, and the choices too, you add the hash too as well. And this is the display. The display is flex, so let me delete the flex for you to see how it works. So you could see the moment I deleted the flex, the options has just been what it is not in proper arrangement. So if you want to arrange it like the way I did it, you just use the flex and everything will just be arranged vertically. But here, if you want the options to be on horizontal, to be arranged horizontally, that's where you delete the flex. But if you want the options to be arranged vertically, you just use the flex. So here, if I type flex, the options will automatically be arranged vertically. I'll preview my way for you to see. So that's how it be like. If you want the options to be arranged vertically, you use the flex. So right now I'm going to label the options over here. I will label the options and also the questions and the timer and the next question. I will put them in border radius. So I will label them. So I'll preview my way for you to see. So here you could see the distance, the options, Paris, Berlin, London and Rome. They have all been put in a box, a rectangular box. So that's how we label them. So right now what I'll do is to set a hover for navigation. So if I want to click on any question, I want to set a hover for that, and it will be highlighted that this is what I have actually clicked. And this one, unless I hit on it before, it will indicate that I have actually clicked on a certain option. But I will set a hover for that. So I'll go to the Word document, then click on the Hash Choices hover. So this is what I'm talking about. The moment you click on any of the choices over here, it will be highlighted white. So that's the background for the hover background for the hover. But that doesn't mean that what I've highlighted is the correct answer. So right now what I'll do is, if the answer is correct, it should be highlighted green, and if it is wrong, it should be highlighted red. That's what I'm going to do. So that one is Hash Choices label correct. So if the option is correct, it will be highlighted green for that. I'll preview it. Then right now I'll click on one of the option, which is what, Paris, and it has been highlighted what, green. So the moment it's highlighted green, it indicates that the answer that I chose is correct. But if it is wrong, I want it to be highlighted red. So I'll choose the wrong answer and see. You could see the right answer has been highlighted green and the wrong answer has been highlighted pink. So that's what the correct answer and the wrong answer choices label does. So I'll move on to the submit button. So this is how we build a quiz time app on phone. So right now I'm going to answer some questions, then see if what I have done so far I'm going to get the expected results or not. So the first question is, what is the capital of France? I'll just click on London, and they said it's correct. But yeah, the reason why they are telling me I've chosen the correct answer is when I go to the JavaScript, when I go to my questions over here, I myself indicated the correct answer for this question to be London, but ideally the correct answer is Paris instead of London. But here you are the one that set your own question, so you can choose to select any answer that you like. So for instance, if I want to change the answer for the planet, which is known as the red planet, to be maybe Venus or Earth, you just enter Venus or Earth over here as the right answer. But here I'm going to move to the next question. Then see here, the right answer is Mars, the other one too is blue whale. So I will do that for you to see how it be like. So this is the first question, of course London, but we know it's Paris. Which planet is known as the red planet? The time is reading to as well, is 20 seconds. So I'll just click on Mars, and they said it's correct. Then the next one, which is what? Elephant, blue whale, giraffe. We know the largest mammal on earth is what? Blue whale. But me, I will choose elephant. Okay, my hand just hit on the blue whale. But the next one, I will choose the wrong one for you to see. Which year did World War II end? It's 1945, but me, I will choose 1943 for you to see if the wrong answer will be highlighted red or not. So here we see the correct answer has been highlighted green, and the wrong answer has been highlighted pink. And they are telling me over here that it is incorrect. The correct answer was 1945. The time left was what? 45 seconds. I'll move on to the next. This one, I will let the time reach. I won't select any question. I won't choose any answer. I will let it. I will let the answer be chosen by itself. So I want to show it to you guys that if you fail to answer a question, you will be awarded with 0 mark, and the question will be answered for you. So here you could see when the time reach, the answer has automatically be selected. And here I'm moving on to the next question. This one that I was not able to answer it, I will be awarded with 0 mark for that, because the moment the time reach, they would answer the question by themselves and you won't be awarded with any mark. So I'll click on next, and here that's my score. Out of the 5 questions, I had 3/5. So this is how we build a quiz time app. As I was saying, you can create your own questions, as many as you want. So if you want to set your own questions, just copy your question, then paste it under the JavaScript, the quiz data section. Then you provide your own alternative, then you select the right answer, or you indicate the correct answer over there, and you are good to go. So basically that's how we use phone to create QuizTime app. Thank you for joining us. If you find this video interesting, please don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Thank you. See you in our next video. Bye bye.